And welcome back to Let's Play Nerds. Nerds spell with a 3. Dragon Age Inquisition. You didn't expect this. Also, don't pay any attention to the quest description in the top right corner. Um, I'm definitely recording this intro in order of the rest of the gameplay. So as we last left off in sequence of events that I'm very aware of, let's now enter into new sequence of events that I'm also aware of. As we continue through all the character stories in a very sporadic order. I'm sorry. I'm playing this as super hard difficulties in some areas, or like I go to them and then it's like, oh, I'm not leveled enough for this. Let me try this again later. But hey, I caught some dialogue, so let me put that in the episode. Okay, so we're gonna continue on with I believe it's actually Let's let's go into insert storyline.
It's true.
Oh, yes. Do you know where this noble wanted to meet us?
I do. The Comte Boisvert's invited us to his mansion, not far from here. I pray he clears up the deaths of my messengers, as promised.
Lead the way.
Summer's really cool, but not for like a banquet
Welcome, my friend.
scenario, like a fancy cafe. I guess this is.
Thank you for seeing us, Comte Boisvert.
The honor is mine. Please, sit. It's an honor to assist two such distinguished guests.
We appreciate your help, Comte.
The death of Lady Montily's servants must weigh heavily on you. Have you heard of the House of Repose?
The Assassin's League?
My contacts obtained a copy of a document in the archives. Contract for a life.
The House of Repose is hereby sworn to eliminate anyone attempting to overturn the Montiliers' trading exile in Orlais.
They're not just after your messengers, Josephine. They'll try for you, too.
I am afraid so, yes.
The contract was signed by a noble family. The Du Paraquets.
But the Du Paraquets died out as a noble line over 60 years ago.
Indeed. But the contract was signed 109 years ago.
How can a family try to kill you after they died out?
The Du Paraquets were our rivals. They drove the Montiliers from Val Royaux. This contract was drawn up over 100 years ago, but it wasn't invoked until I tried to overturn my family's exile.
Unpleasant though it may be, the House of Repose is merely fulfilling its contractual duties.
If the people who wanted your family dead are gone, why are the assassins still after you?
A contract is a contract, Inquisitor. Orlesian businesses live and die by their reputations. The entire guild's welfare would be endangered if an agreement was tossed aside on a whim of time or fate.
She's quite right, Your Worship. The House of
No?
Repose is doing what it feels necessary. By its standards.
I'll do what I can to stop these attacks, Josephine.
Thank you, Inquisitor. I think I may know how. The Du Paraquets still have descendants under the common branch. If we elevate them to nobility, a Du Paraquet could annul the contract on my life.
That will take time, Lady Montilier. Time during which the House of Repose will be obliged to hunt you.
Will they now? You are exceedingly well informed. You're not to have said you'd heard rumors, at best.
A bit of subterfuge. This contract on your life is an ugly business. One the House of Repose deeply regrets. But this is Orlais. Even an assassin's word is his bond.
Does Comte Boisvert actually exist?
Absolutely. The Comte's offer to reveal the killers of Lady Montilet's messengers was genuine. So was his information somehow. An end to be tied up later.
I'm guessing the actual Comte Boisvert met with a fatal accident.
Comte Boisvert slumbers in a nearby closet. Nothing more. The contract on Lady Montilet's life is so unusual, we felt the courtesy of an explanation was in order.
It is appreciated, monsieur.
Your idea to seek out the Duparequet to revoke our orders is an interesting one. I wish you luck. I did not come to shed blood today, Inquisitor. Only to speak. Might I pass?
Why warn us about your contract and let us go?
In Orlais, it is only decent to inform those involved in a contract when extraordinary circumstances conspire.
And the guild's reputation would suffer if you ignored the contract. I quite understand.
Thank you, my lady. May we conclude with my departure?
He's showing us honor. So we'll honor
Go
him.
then.
Good day, Your Worship. My lady, I pray we never meet again.
Well, I didn't think our meeting would end like this.
We'll deal with these assassins.
I have some thoughts. Let's discuss them back at Skyhold. I'll feel safer with the castle's walls around me.
Do you hear something?
Agreed.
Oh, goodness. Comte Poivert, is that you? Oh, the lock's been broken off. We'll find a saw. I realize the cabinet is quite valuable, Comte, but surely... A locksmith, then? As you wish.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Inquisitor. I never thought my family's trading status would trap us in an assassin's plot.
You couldn't have known it would lead to this House of Repose coming after you.
It still shouldn't have slipped past me. I've tracked down the last Duparequets. If they become gentry, they can annul the contract on my life. We'll require a noble from Val Royaux to sponsor them, a judge to provide documents, a minister to ratify them.
It's so like you to take the longest course of action, even when your life is at stake.
I assume you already know everything about this mess.
There is a faster way, Josephine. The original contract on your life is in the vaults of the House of Repose. If my agents infiltrate it and destroy the original, the assassin will have no obligation to chase you.
Liliana, please. I want no more bloodshed over a personal affair.
Don't be so stubborn, Josie. How long will it take you to gather these favors in Val Royaux?
If destroying the original contract will satisfy the guild, I say we do it.
But I'm sure my plan will work, Inquisitor.
Whatever happens, I'll assign you more guards. The House of Repose won't be idle long.
I appreciate it, but I still believe elevating the Duparequets will solve this. First, we need to perform some favors in Val Royaux. I'd be happy to discuss where we could begin.
Okay. I've thought a bit about, so like you can see that we got options, right? We can either speak to Josephine about what to do next, or we can go to the table and request Liliana to do an assassin job. Someone sneak in to like. Now the thing is, I like her plan. It's weird to me though, because I feel like this network of assassins, like if the contracts are like in a vault and you change the contents of the vault, how do all the assassins traveling out and about know the change? Right? Seems weird to me. I think what needs to happen is someone needs to put a notice out there that oh, by the way, yeah, contract's old. But that not making sense is the reason I'm not doing it. This is Josephine's quest. I'm gonna go by what Josephine wants because she didn't like the idea of sending someone out. She wants to play the long game and do this political thing. And hey, along the lines, you're kind of helping a random person into wealth, but for your own gain. So you are helping them. But like other people need help too, and you're just anyway. Oh well, yeah. I'm talking
Any
to her.
news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's our next
You
move?
said I'd have to do some favors in Val Royeaux if we want to make the Duparakets lords.
The Countess Dion is our first step. Her lover, a mage from the White Spire, is missing. Bring her news of him and she'll be very amenable to sponsoring the Duparakets as lords.
Okay. Find that a little odd, but okay. Okay, destroy House of Repose contract. Find a sponsor. Yeah.
Inquisitor?
Cool. Well, then just wait 18 minutes. So how's your day going? You doing fine? Trying to figure out, like, this is where the garden is, right? Ooh. A gazebo. I like gazebos. You ever want to like give like a contractor like a headache? Request a 7-sided gazebo. Right, because like mathematically the angle required for like a 7-sided, like there's an equation, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but like there's an equation for what, like, to make it equilateral shape of any number of sides. There's an equation to find the angle for each one, right? Square's 90 degrees. You know, that's pretty well known. But 7-sided, it's like it's a weird, like it's like weird, not a repeating decimal scenario, but like a long, like the decimal point is ridiculous. It's basically pi, but it's not pi. If it were pi, that might be easier. Basically saying it's not easy to measure the proper angle to get a 7-sided shape. So, oh yeah, the lesson is don't ever ask for a 7-sided gazebo unless you want to give a contractor a headache. How many sides is this, by the way? Yeah, this is wait, this is 8. It's pretty easy setup. Yeah, 7. No, don't try it. Sup, Bull?
Inquisitor, huh? Well, you've got the fortress for it. Speaking of which, when you've got a second, there's something I want to show you.
What did you want me to come see?
Here, come on. I'll show you.
Have I actually not talked to you since I became Inquisitor?
Why am I dressed like this?
You'll see. Come on.
Yeah.
It'll be worth your time.
I'm just like I was at the start of the... Okay, what?
Evening. Iron Bull. My merc band just joined up.
Tanner. I'm from Jader. Well, near Jader.
Mira. I was guard captain for Lady Pendel. Signed on after shit blew up at the Conclave. Share a drink? Who's your friend?
This is Grim. He doesn't talk much.
I suppose I should choose not to say much.
So, you ready to kill some demons? Or Venatori? Or whatever that Corypheus asshole is?
This isn't just about killing. We're helping the Inquisitor save the world and build the next empire.
Oof, yeah, I gotta say something.
The Inquisitor isn't a god. He's just a man trying to do the right thing.
Well, long as I get paid, I'm happy. That's why I signed up.
I just couldn't spend my whole life on a farm. Needed to live a little, you know.
What about you, Mira? Why'd you join up? I thought you were serving some noble.
I saw what happened at Haven. The Inquisitor staring down that monster and his archdemon. I don't sing the chant of light as much as I should. But you can't see something like that and not believe.
Well, Grim and I should find our tents. Thanks for the drink.
That dressing me up should have like included a mask or something, or like a really big helmet.
I know every soldier under my command. You don't have that option, but a few faces might help.
It was good to get their perspective.
Yeah. Sounds like we could use an easy win for boys like Tanner. And vets like Mira have seen enough to be wary. You've got a good army coming along. Remember that, no matter what comes next.
That's cool. I like that. I like that as a scene. Here we go. Hey, Cole.
Through blood and
An old name burns inside armor that shouldn't fit, lit by faces of children he couldn't save.
I'd like to talk with you about the Inquisition.
I don't understand it. People talk like it's a person, but it's not even a thing. A dagger can be a way to let pain out, but even if it isn't, it's still a dagger. The Inquisition isn't real unless it has something real to make it. It's like a spirit.
I'll talk to you later.
How do you know?
That I always find odd when he says. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's very much like someone who's like kind of when someone says something, they kind of take it as a, you know, as a hardened fact.
First, a full wheel of Antibes smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed mint.
Is
They
this
were
the
right here.
kitchen?
I remember seeing someone take them. I can't recall their face.
I'm gonna guess Cole.
There's no end of it. I can store an army.
Like, this location makes a lot of sense when it comes to, like, defense. But, like, imagine the hassle and just getting anywhere else. Also, how's my bedroom kept warm? Like, I don't see the fireplace. Like, the window's wide open. Like, I believe that, like, you know, with the stone and whatnot, like, you can get enough inside, but, like, enough heat, but, like, there should be, like, oh! Yep, nope, they thought of that detail. Oh. Whoa! Definitely haven't been here yet. Just a big old book. Big book. What? Why in the world are why is there times on these? Oh, these are all the, oh, these are the bottles I've been collecting out in the world. Got it. That's cool. So eventually fill up this whole thing. Will it look nice? Because it's just kind of a corner right now. What's up, Josie? Almost done with your quest. Let me go check. Actually, you're the one that's gone doing it. How are you still sitting there? And again, it would be really annoying if every time you send a character on the mission, now they're just not available to me. Like, you'd kind of like, you know, you'd either never talk to them or you'd never send them on missions. Hello. Ooh, nice hat.
rise and devour them. What an unexpected pleasure. You must have had a long journey to the city. Might there be any news from the south?
From the sky. They shall cry out to their false gods.
Here's a letter from Ellerly. He's safe with his family in the Dales.
Oh, my Ellerly. Oh, bless you. The Dions will sponsor the Duparaquets as a family deserving of a noble title, Inquisitor. You have my word. Now please, forgive my hastiness, but I must read Eloly's words. Make her keep you.
Were not the only houses affected by the loss of it.
The land is only part.
Wait,
The girl has run off to the Inquisition.
I just bought the mystery box. I just bought. Wow, that was a lot cheaper than I expected to be. Okay, cool. What was in it?
According deeper than death.
Is it?
I am undone. Buried in wealth, but undone.
Is it now a new operation available? Alright.
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
Yes.
What's the next favor we need to get these Duparaquets a lordship?
We need a judge of the royal court to procure documents acknowledging them as nobility again.
Okay. I do have more, so here's the thing. Oh. Okay, destroy church. That makes sense. Okay. But, that's a rift. Actually, you know what? I should try that next just for completionism reasons. So here I have this, and I have this camp. And there's a gate here and a gate here. And both are claiming I need a mechanism. I don't know where the mechanism... It would make sense to put the mechanism here. Right. That makes sense to me. Alright, I'll figure that out on my own. For now, I'm just going to real quick take out this rift. And then I'll meet you guys back at Skyhold to continue on with Josephine, because I finally got the timer finished on that. Perfect. Okay, Josie, what are we looking at now?
Any news on the House of Repose, Inquisitor?
What's the next favor we need to get these Duparaquets a lordship?
We must persuade Minister Belize to ratify the papers. She's in charge of these matters of rank. The minister will be at a small fete thrown by the Marquis Wiscott. I'll get you an invitation.
So the Venatori want to keep us out. Shall we disappoint them?
This thing looks exactly like I assumed. It's the same type of gate as the others. I bet this is the mechanism. Or this is a way to get into that area, and then the mechanism's on the other side of either of the doors.
Oh, this is rubbish. Let's do...
Everything's frozen. I don't think this was the Venatori.
No. I'd say some ancient Tevinter decided to alter time. I'm surprised it didn't go better.
This is cool. I thought that was a Gazebos plus, but no. Oh, this is the same kind of door for the shards open. I mean, these keystones do look like shards, so that only makes sense.
Is this what they were after?
Don't go poking. The whole place feels wrong.
I am honestly really worried that once I activate this, that everything we've been looking at is gonna unfreeze, and we have to fight them all. Wait, here's what I've been carrying this torch for this whole time.
I said, don't go poking. Oh.
Since you have to fight all those monsters that were... Yep! That's exactly what I didn't want to do!
It's done.
Well, I'm rather sick of this place. You?
Someone would have freed the demons eventually. At least we were here to stop them.
What is that? Now all we need to figure out is still all that, how to get past this gate. I still want to figure that out. Maybe up this way and go like around the long way, come down? That also makes sense. All right, let's check. Oh, this might be the conclusion if they're sending us to a specific location. I'm also thinking that this might be, so this is Josie's quest right here. I'm expecting this to be very similar to picking up Vivian. So he was good for getting a noble. Not Sarah, because Sarah hates nobles. I mean, it'd be kind of funny and ironic to bring her, but I'm not going to do that.
Thank you for seeing me in private, Minister Belize.
I chastise you for taking me from the party, Inquisitor, but the Marquis throws such dull affairs.
Alphaba?
I assume you wish to discuss your petition to elevate these du Paraquets to a minor lordship. Tell me, why should I allow you to pollute the Orlesian nobility any further than it's already been muddled?
Because these people need to defy gravity. You can make them more popular. That is the extent of my wicked knowledge.
The Duparakets used to be noble. You'd be restoring an old house of Orlais.
Restoring it far too late. What are the Duparakets now? Traders? Farmers? Really, it is too much. The very thought causes me pain. What can you possibly provide that will make your petition worth my effort?
I probably should have gone with Liliana's plan. Oh! That's awkward on several levels. Well, let's go with information.
Information. Unless you believe your source is better than agents of the Inquisition.
Normally, I wouldn't trust your discretion. But the left hand of the Divine is working for you, is she not? Sister Leliana is a resourceful woman. I could certainly make use of her talents.
Perfect.
Very well, Inquisitor. Should you fulfill this bargain, I shall raise the Duparakets into lordship.
I had a feeling this location was just a cutscene and that's it. So glad I chose my party for this. All right, Josie. We got another step done. Maybe that wasn't the conclusion, because that conversation felt very similar to all the ones I've done in Val Royale. Val Royale. Sorry. Ooh, who's this?
I must return to Valrayo to see that everything is in order. Please join me when you can.
Ah, cool. The statues up there.
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship. They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
I'm glad you don't have to live your life looking over your shoulder anymore.
I regret we were forced to deal with them. That you are endangered by my part in the game.
So you know you're in a
Did I
game.
ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer.
Bards entertain the Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask
And cast vicious
practice
mockery.
playing the game in such a fashion.
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
So, did you just go with the default and take a loot proficiency, or did you try to be different and choose something else?
How did you go from being a wandering singer to an ambassador?
In a very sad fashion. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of
I would
us
assume
terrified.
just shoot insults back
We
and
were at
forth.
the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me.
Oh, swords
You
bard.
can imagine the result.
So were you, I'm just going to assume lower bard because she moved into diplomacy. Or glamour bard, possible. What's the other one? Is it shadow bard? Shadow's a bard, right? Maybe that one. But also, she's not that sneaky, more diplomatic.
You were only defending yourself.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
From bard to diplomat is quite a change in direction.
I was headed down that
Is
path
it?
for some time already.
I can see the connection.
That night merely crystallized it. In all the
You tend to be the
commotion,
face of the party.
forgive me, I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Such a gracious woman deserves nothing less.
Such talk. I'm quite overcome.
Should I stop?
Oh, no. I mean, yes. I meant no, I don't... Well, if you meant to draw a blush to my cheeks, you've completely succeeded. Let's return to Skyhold before anyone notices.
Wouldn't people at Skyhold then be the ones to notice? I feel like the people at Skyhold would be the ones to notice. Like, they'd be in a worse situation. Just stay here, stare out at those two statues. Those two statues are the only ones that know. Ooh, la la.
Leliana wished to speak with you, Inquisitor. It seemed rather urgent. It's good to see you.
Inquisitor, may I have a word? I notice you've paid Lady Montilier quite a number of compliments.
Yes, I enjoy her company very much.
An entanglement with our ambassador seems most unwise. I asked Josephine to join the Inquisition because we needed a diplomat, not so she could be toyed with.
I enjoy being with Josephine. I'm not trying to break her heart.
Then I would be more cautious. Josephine's no stranger to courtly intrigue. But love? There she's an innocent. She has no idea you are truly attracted to her. If indeed you are.
Yes, I'm very attracted to Josephine.
Is that so? Whatever is between you, I ask that you treat her with kindness. For her sake, as well as yours.
Whatever happens, I'm glad to see Josephine has a concerned friend here.
I have so few true friends these days. Those that are left I deeply cherish. I will not trouble you any further, but I do watch over my friends. Good day, your worship.
Okay, so that conversation was technically about Josephine. That reminds me, you remember how in Mass Effect 2, depending on who you romance, Morden always has a comment to say about it, like comedically so. It's just kind of funny how when they pick someone to be like, oh, here's the person that's going to acknowledge every time you romance somebody, and they happen to be one of the best characters, so it's just going to be an interesting conversation every time. I mean, also in BG3, was it like Withers always makes a comment whenever you find someone to romance? Awkwardly so, though? It's a little more awkward with him. Like with Morden, it's funny. And awkward.
Well, Leliana just gave me quite the speech.
What about?
About us.
Oh, she is impossible. Might we discuss this somewhere more private?
All right.
Leliana said I was an innocent in love?
More or less.
That's the detail we chose to discuss?
I'm quite capable of understanding our association. I've never thought your intentions were overly romantic, Inquisitor. I assure you.
So wait, so you said that you totally understood it, and then you explained that you didn't understand it. Oof. This one feels more honest.
Would my attentions be unwelcome if they were romantic?
What? Oh, no. That is... We've only just... I didn't wish to presume you harbored any tender feelings for me.
I won't deny a certain captivation, Josephine.
But we haven't even known each other a few short months. How can you declare this liking for me after such a brief time together?
Yeah, Liliana was right.
You've intelligence, elegance, and I always delight in your company. It seems most natural to want to be close to you.
I would not object to a closer relationship between us, my lord. If that sounds agreeable to you.
Nothing would make me happier.
Well, then.
Why is the first thought that came to my mind Princess Diaries? Also, I get fantasy world, sure, but like this type of view, just so much untouched. Like it's gotta be rare. I mean, not for medieval times or fantasy world, but like, yeah, cool stuff. Like, could you imagine that type of view? These days, if you saw that, there'd be like a ski lift. Like 3 of them. Oh, wait. Right here.
How are you, my lord?
Always better for the sight of you, Lady Montilier.
Oh my, you flatter me much too much.
Has our being together set any tongues wagging?
Undoubtedly. A rumor already gave you a dozen suitors the moment you took your title.
I came to see if I could steal you away for a few minutes for myself.
Oh, goodness. Quickly then, before anyone needs something from us.
Is this just gonna be like a stock cutscene that will appear every time? At the gazebo.
Inquisitor.
Scout Harding.
We're on the outskirts of Sarnia. This is what's left of the town. The lucky ones got out before the river froze over. The rest, penned in by Fade Rifts and Red Templars. We're the first friendly face they've seen in a long, long while.
I should look in on the townsfolk. See what they can tell me.
I'm sure they'll appreciate it. The Red Templars have been mounting frequent attacks. They want Emprise de Lyon. Bad. Let's get out there and take it back from them.
Ooh, snow.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
So far, I like this place. Nice to see something a little visually different, and also
Too
snow.
many.
Templars. Demons with thrusted faces. They'll find the small blue house, they'll find the ring. Stupid girl, how could you?
The small blue house, this one right here. The quest tells me to speak to the townspeople, and there's not a single townsperson with the... Ah, here we go.
Ah, the Inquisition.
That was generous of you.
I do what I can. I am partly to blame for all this. The Red Templars are here because, fool that I am, I sold them my family's quarry. They've taken every worker. We haven't seen them in weeks. And it's not enough. They keep coming, taking more people. And there's nothing I can do to stop them. Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus?
Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me.
The anchor's nothing more special than a misfired spell.
At least you had the good fortune to take it from Corypheus. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
It looks strange, but it hasn't done me harm.
If it did come from Corypheus, that's a small mercy.
Hey! Look at that! This whole time, I thought I had to explore here to unlock this gate and that gate. But now, I went up around, I went down to this gate, and came out this gate. Boom! Here I am! I got it! Guys, I got it. Ooh, I can speak to you.
Still breathing. He's resilient, I'll give him that.
He could still be of use if we interrogate him.
Have some of the troops bring him in.
Hey,
I'll
that
deal
means I
with
get
him
to
back
go
at
to the
Skyhold.
I get to go sit on the throne. That's all. That's fun. That's always fun. Happy I found one of those.
A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jada I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there's much to be gained by winning them over.
Nice. Oh, so we just get? Do we just get influenced by talking to? Okay, cool.
Let's speak later.
So we got we go to the war table, but then other times we can just talk to Josephine and boom, do the same thing. We choose the 3 tactics and benefit that way. Also, we found that guy. Ooh, what's this? Oh, did the guards stand by there to kind of signify it's time for me? Anyway, yeah. So we got the guy out in the desert fortress. We defeated the boss, and we kept him alive. So I can sit on the throne and have a cutscene. Ooh, look at my knee
Before you is
pads.
Service of the Minrathous Circle of Magi. You met him and his Venatori in the western approach. He admits to working for Corypheus, raising monsters, and using magic for conquest. He also used his connections to smuggle magical artifacts out of the approach, without his master's consent.
You stole from Corypheus. I don't know whether that's stupidly brave or bravely stupid.
I was hired by a third party. I've no loyalty to him. Might you find that useful, Your Worship?
I'm sorry, are you attempting to bargain with us?
Bargain? I plead. I throw myself on your mercy. I also have friends in Tevinter who owe me large debts. Leave what happened in the approach behind us, Inquisitor, and I can put them all at your disposal.
Someone who can smuggle magical artifacts to Tevinter and back shouldn't be wasted on court diplomacy. Bring those artifacts back to the Inquisition. Procure something really useful and we might loosen the shackles.
Your worship knows value when he sees it. I won't disappoint.
All right. I'm a little uncomfortable with how strongly he, like, bargained on that. I feel like he's going to betray me, but by the game mechanics of this, it's fine. Ooh,
Good to
what's
see you
this?
safe, Inquisitor. We've got trouble ahead.
I'm sure it's nothing the Inquisition can't handle.
Careful, your worship. That optimism might be catching.
Are things that bad? Oh.
Crestwood was the site of a flood 10 years ago during the Blight. It's not the only rift in the area, but after it appeared, corpses started walking out of the lake. You'll have to fight through them to get to the cave where Sir Hawk's Grey Warden friend is hiding.
Have any undead attacked the camp?
We've had a few shamblers, but most head toward the village below. Maybe someone in Crestwood can tell you how to get to the rift in the lake. Maker knows they'll want help. Good luck, and please be safe.
All right, so this seems to be... Oh, wait. Yeah, here seems to be main story quest, which we haven't had in a while. So I'm recording again. I did a lot of leveling up without it. I fought a guy. I had a cutscene, so you did see that. I got a hat. I dyed the hat to match my outfit. And then I found a better hat. So the dyeing kind of ended up not really doing much.
I've news, sir.
What is it?
Yes, thank you. I'll go back to the village, miss. These roads aren't safe.
The Grey Wardens thank you for your aid, Inquisitor.
What are you doing in Crestwood?
A warden named Stroud is wanted for questioning. We heard he'd passed through here, but the villagers knew nothing. They have troubles enough.
What have you been told about this rogue warden?
Warden Commander Clarel ordered his capture. I can say no more than that. I hope Sir Stroud comes with us peacefully. I trained under him for a time. He's a good man, I'm sure of that.
Will you stay to fight the undead here?
My orders forbid it. Crestwood was only a detour. If the Inquisition can help, I beg you to do what you can. The villagers have already lost too many.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Sir, are you sure we can't help them?
You know what? I wanna... Why is this area already filled in? It's weird, isn't it? I feel like that's a little bit weird.
None of those wardens mentioned a new leader. I don't think they're part of Corypheus's plot to seize the Order.
I do not think so either. The infiltration in their ranks may be subtle.
I hope Hawk's warden friend has answers for us.
Hey, this is good news. So, I've been trying to figure out in the open world how leveling up works. And, like, I feel like areas are, like, semi-okay in combat. And then I go back and visit them again. And now they're suddenly really difficult. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if, like, they scale, but their abilities scale different than my abilities. Like, I don't know, right? Like, their level 16 might be not as good as my 16, but their level 17 might have more of a boost in their abilities. I don't know how it works. But I have found that revisiting areas, combat's more difficult than it was the previous time we got there. So I'm kind of confused how that's supposed to work.
I can understand how
But
someone might
this
want to join
area, which does seem to be a story quest,
You're the Inquisitor.
combat hasn't been that hard so far.
But yes, the Wardens are heroes. They saved me from those demons you're
Oh yeah, I'm
worshipping.
invisible. I got the
Before
ring
this
of doubt.
happening,
Did I explain that?
I'd like to
I
help
don't know.
people the same way.
By joining the Grey Wardens, you can't think of something less lethal.
Find another way to help people. The Wardens have problems of their own right now.
Yes, your worship. I'm sure there's something else I can do to help.
Join the Inquisition. Ta-da! Okay.
Why doesn't Judith live in the village while this is going on? Make her, if something happens.
Are you looking for someone named Judith?
Oh, was I speaking out loud? Judith
Yep.
lives outside the village. I asked her to hide here when the undead came, but she wouldn't hear it.
Why wouldn't she hide where it's safer?
Likes her space, she says. I told Judith my house was big enough.
Claustrophobia,
The boy could
maybe?
sleep in the barn if she wanted room. She turned me down.
Good day to you.
And to you.
The Inquisitor? Oh, Mayor Dedrick of Crestwood Village. At your service, despite everything. Are you here to stop the undead?
We should. We could. Everyone here is so scared.
The undead are appearing because of a rift in the Fade. How can I get to it?
The light in the lake. It's coming from the caves below Old Crestwood. Darkspawn flooded it 10 years ago during the Blight. Wiped out the village, killing the refugees we took in.
I saw a dam. If we use it to drain the lake, I can get to that Fade rift.
Drain the... There must be some
Oh,
other
that's
way.
interesting.
We are trying to help. The Inquisitor is the only one who can close the rifts.
You'd have to evict the bandits in the old fort to use the dam. I can't ask you to risk your life.
Crestwood can't last much longer. I don't want to leave without doing what I can.
I suppose it must come to this. This key unlocks the gate to the dam controls past the fort. The rift must be in the caves under Old Crestwood. But, Inquisitor, I would not linger there.
Until later.
Alright.
Of course.
I'll just walk in, do the thing, get out. Simple as that. Unless something plot-wise causes us to stay there longer than we should. Where's that leading me? Where's that leading me to? Ooh, that looks special. Okay, I'm excited. This is an area I've been exploring a lot. This area is new to me. Also with helping this village and with having whatever Hawk's friend over here. I'm excited. I am much excited. Yeah, so but yeah, I think this is about as long as we can make the episode for a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is end the episode here, and I'll see you guys next week when maybe I have a better hat and I go through hopefully eventually major part of the story. I just been doing bits and pieces of all the side quests. It's been kind of difficult keeping track as I'm bouncing around with each of them. But yeah, there's definitely been some pluses to it so far. But we'll see how this goes. Yeah, my expectations have been going up and down. Anyways, with that, I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to have an amazing day, eat something delicious, and hang out with someone you admire.